I know it's not polite to ask, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. How old
Okay.
are you now?
I'm gonna be 39 in 1 month.
Oh, you.
This is not an interview. There is no format. This is simply a conversation about life.
I had no idea up until maybe 2 years ago, only because it was coming up in conversation, that women have this finite number of eggs. Like you're
Okay.
born and you have a certain number of
Yeah,
eggs, and then I thought it was like this generating, like
just coming.
yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't know that it was like this. And so then having some friends who have gotten to, let's say, your age now or older than you, and then they realized, oh shit, all these things I've been doing, I don't feel like, none of this made me happy. This job, this money didn't make me happy. I really want children, you know?
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
really want a family. And you have people, you have your parents and all kinds of older folks trying to tell you this. They're trying to tell you, don't do all this, don't wait all this time. And then you don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's a new day and age and everything.
Yeah.
Then you get
I know,
to,
but I even now sometimes I feel that I'm too young to be having kids.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
but the thing is I think this feeling is part of like our social construction or whatever, right? Because if you think
Yeah.
in nature, I don't believe any of us are should be living as long as we do to begin with, right? I don't think we're
Mm.
meant to live as long as we do.
Are we meant to live shorter or longer?
Longer, I mean shorter.
Really? Okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
I, I,
Because
I,
the
I
way that
to be honest,
now
but I don't
maybe
like it.
this is a radical way of seeing things, or I don't know if it's radical. I think it's actually pretty natural, right? I think we grow up, we start off as babies, we grow up to a certain point, and then the rest of the time we spend basically dying.
Yeah.
Like you get to this and then you hit your peak and then everything, your body starts breaking down. You can't, and what's supposed to happen, I think, if we look at nature,
Okay.
as soon as we're at the top of the food chain for the most part, but what really should be happening is the second we're the slowest one running away from a predator, that's supposed to be it for us.
Okay. I really don't like this theory. I really don't like it.
I'm just
I
saying.
heard it some time ago. I heard it some time ago, and I was so upset about hearing it that I didn't want to even giving it a thought. I didn't
Mhm,
even want to think about it.
mhm.
I really don't like it. I want to think that we're meant to live like 150, 200 years.
Mm.
That's okay. Like
Yeah,
dying slowly.
I mean, sure. Like it's just a theory. This is just my
Yeah,
theory.
I know, I know, I know.
But I don't see, after seeing my mom, I seeing my father pass away and seeing my mother almost pass away. I was just like, I don't really want to get. I don't think we are meant to get to this point, and I don't want to get to this point. Actually, I
You
don't
don't
think.
want to.
No, I don't want to. Because think about this. Think about this, right? You know, even the way we do things now, we're having less children, right? We're having less children. A lot of people aren't having children. So you get old. The cycle of how things should be happening, right? And the way things were done before. You're young, you have kids in your 20s or whatever, your early 20s, you're having your children. Then you get old, your children become adults. The roles reverse where the children become the parents and then you become the child. They take care of you, you living in the house with them, everybody, you know what I mean? And there's like a whole family structure, and this is how things are workable. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you did it in this, I mean, I'm really simplifying it, but you understand the way things
Yeah.
were. But now we're getting to a point where, like, if my father didn't have me, or his stepchildren, or you know what I'm saying, if he didn't have a family around him, the second he starts not being able to support, physically
Yeah.
maintain himself, what happens? You know what I mean? And this is what is in store for lots of people who don't really think about having, what's going to come later. But this is, and I mean, I can understand when you think about this. Let me just I'll land the plane
Okay. Okay.
with, and this is why I think we start worrying about, like, what society needs to do for other people, and for, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
because we don't have our own basis. The natural, for lack of a better word, the natural way things were happening is, like, the family is always there, and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but we do things now where it's like, you start, if you don't make a lot of money, then, and you don't have family, if I mean, I guess if you're super poor, then the government steps in and takes care of you, and if you're wealthy, you have acquired enough to take care of yourself without family. But does this seem
So
like
what would be
what?
okay?
Yeah.
What would be your perfect plan for your future? I mean, for yourself.
Well, for me, I think it's too late. I think it's too late for me.
Like
I
a
mean,
perfect plan. What would be a dream plan for you?
well, the dream plan that I look back on now, I would have married this girl that I was, dating back when I was in my 20s, and
Okay.
we would have kids, and you know what I mean, we would be each
Okay.
other's support system, and then we'd raise kids that will become our support system when we got older, you know?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
That was the dream was back then. You know what I mean?
okay.
Now, you know, I'm now, I think about the idea of being older, and then let's say I'm 70 or 80, and then I got a whole bunch of health problems and stuff like this. If I were to have kids now, like, yeah, maybe I have to have the kids like right now. Because at least they'll be 30 or something, and then I'm not
Yeah.
dying on them when they're like 10 years old, and, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is, and but it's not about a perfect plan. It's just about, like, a plan that makes
Okay.
sense. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think my perfect plan would be to live very, very long and to spend my like last years in a mm, facility for old people.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I, I it's not that I can't wait for this, but I actually hope and aspire this to happen. And I really want to spend my last years not with my like kids or family or like grandchildren, but I would like to spend it with people of my age, like just chilling and having fun. I believe this could be very, very nice for me.
Yeah. Now think about this. Think about what, in order for you to be happy in that situation, this means you ever been around cranky old people?
Yeah, I
And
like them.
you like them because you're young. You know what I'm saying? Because you like you because I talked to I can't say, but uh it's one thing. This means the facility has to be good, and it has to be
Yeah.
good people need to be working there, and competent people need to be working there. It needs to be sufficiently funded, and then the people that you're living with have to be conscientious people, like, or otherwise they're going to be bothering you. You're going to be in bed. People going to be pinching you at night. You know what I mean? Stealing your handkerchiefs, and you know what I mean, taking your
But then
stockings.
probably I will not have the rest I'm aspiring for. But
Yeah.
I mean, uh, anyway, I think that this could be the best years. I, I totally believe it. I mean, I believe that the older I get,
Uh-huh.
the better it gets for me.
Okay.
And I would like to be like conscious, yeah, like present, but it's not necessary.
Okay.
It,
So you would
I prefer to be
you would
like
be a,
physically stronger.
you want to be alive. You the main thing is to be alive.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want, yes.
Even if you don't have your mind and
I don't care, but I mean, I hope that I won't be having like that I won't be suffering in my mind, that I won't be seeing like some bad things. But even if I'm not very aware of who are all those people around me, I don't really care. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, if I don't say nasty things to them, then it's okay. I mean,
and
to at least be crazy but polite, you know?
okay. Hopefully, well, this is what we can hope for, that you remain polite and that people remain polite with you. You
Yeah.
know, my and that's great. My perspective is, I'm thinking that I don't want to become a burden on anyone,
Okay.
and this includes society itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to contribute, and then I want to be out. I'm like, I do my thing. I give my make my contribution to the world. Then I'm like, okay, let's see what's happening on the other side, if there is, you know.
That's a very polite way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably here again is where I'm selfish. I just want to live longer and to see things, just to maybe to see how society changes. Or I don't know.
Yeah.
Or to just like look at the grass and be like relaxed.
Be drooling and looking at the.
Yeah.
Okay. This just reminded me of you know, I think I have maybe a little bit of a different perspective, also because I'm like 20 years ahead of you. No, well, not 20 years, but I'm like, you know, 13 years ahead of you.
Right.
And the idea of being trapped in my body also is something that I am concerned with, you know?
Yeah.
you know, I don't know when it be like. You ever see this Metallica video? One, you know this video. You know Metallica.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know what the video are you talking about.
It
I
is
don't
based.
think I've seen many of their videos.
Okay, well, it's based on this movie. I think it's called like Johnny Got His Gun or something like that. But it was like it's this the story of this soldier who was like in an explosion and he got really fucked up, and so he lost his arms, his legs, he lost his hearing, his sight, and his ability to talk. So he was just
Mm-hmm.
inside his body, unable to communicate with the rest of the world, and the world was not able to communicate with him. And this
This
kind
is
of
a
stuff,
worst case scenario. I mean,
yeah,
this is like
yeah,
a really bad scenario. I do
yeah.
not hope for this one.
Yeah. Well, I don't. This is what we don't know what it is to be on this inside with the drool. You know what I mean? That's the thing. We don't know what that
Yeah.
is. You know. So I don't know, but it's I don't know. It's really interesting to think about. Like I say this now. My birthday was yesterday, and I was like I woke up and saw the first thing I saw on Instagram was this woman. They were like interviewing her in the gym, and she was like 71 years, and she
That's
had
such a,
the
this is totally my dream. This is what I'm hoping to be like and to do.
right. And so and then I said, okay, all right, maybe it's some, you know what I mean? Maybe it's some hope. Okay, like maybe there's some, I can
Mm,
rethink this thing. Because for me, I have been thinking 65, that's enough. I don't need the, you know.
okay. Okay.
But now I'm like, all right, well, if I can be, now I've changed it to I will reevaluate at 65.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
reevaluate
this
on
is how
65.
I was evaluating when are people old. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when I was like 15 years old, I thought that okay, 35 is probably old. When I was like 28, I was like, okay, probably 50 is old. And now I'm like, 50 is your midlife.
Mm-hmm.
Old is like after like 90 maybe. Oh,
Yeah. I mean, well, we'll see. We will see how it goes.
oh,
Because I'm under the impression that I have more life behind me than in front of me.
okay.
You know, so this is why I look at it like this, and I feel like I've achieved my, like, the things I really set out to do. I think I've done them already, and like,
Okay. Yeah.
so I don't know, but maybe I'll meet a nice young lady, and then I'll want to live with her forever. Like, who knows? You know?
Yeah. I mean, probably this changed for me because I have a kid now and I want to see her getting like old. I want to see her getting old, not just older, but being like maybe a mother, maybe a grandmother. I don't know. Because I've had my like grandmother seeing her. So it's maybe this is, but as I remember myself being a very, very young kid, I always wanted to be like, I always wanted to live up to 100 years.
Mm-hmm. This is like my mom. She wants to be like 100 plus.
That's cool.
But you got it. The thing is also, as long as you set this intention and you work towards making it,
Yeah.
you know, because I mean, I don't think, I mean, it's interesting that you say that you want to go to the home, because once again, my thought is, would you want to be in a situation where your child has to take care of you, or they have to, I'm also coming from a different in society also, where we don't, in the US we don't really have the best social programs and stuff for this when you get older and everything. So I'm thinking if I had a kid, then they got to pay for me to be in a good place, or they have to take care of me, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but back in Moldova, I mean, we don't have it at all. It's
Mm-hmm.
only in Germany where I've seen it for the first time, like being so cool. Because
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing old people in these places. I think
Mm-hmm.
they're pretty happy there, or
Mm-hmm.
okay, at least okay. And I don't think that I would like to. I don't know yet, but I don't think that I would like to spend like, let's say, 80s plus with my family or with like loud children
Mm-hmm.
around me, like grandkids or so.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe with some, I don't know, my old man like being like all the time. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But probably I would just like to be um, entertained by these social workers who come to the,
Mm-hmm.
to the facility and just do their job and then leave, and I stay there like
Mm-hmm.
alone all by myself. I just want to get very well rested before I
Mm-hmm.
die.
Okay. 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 All right.
You know,
Okay. All right. All right. All right. I'm with it. I get it. I get it. I get it. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm around. Maybe I might even still be around by then. Maybe I'll be in your home. You know what I mean? I'll
okay.
be in there like when you're not looking. You go to the bathroom. I take your snacks and eat them. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Great. 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 Great.
This is not an interview. There is no format. This is simply a conversation about life.